might think it's spelled E-M-P-E-C-T. That's impact, which is wrong. I can't believe. I can't hear. We're live? Are we live? Am I speaking to someone else? Hello, those on camera. Welcome to Impact. I am subbing in for my father, who will be here in 2 seconds. Thank you for giving me the time to sit here and talk. Thank you.
All right. We need to start over, okay? So we're going to count down to 10. We're going to start over, all right? Jalen, come on. That's what I said. I said Jalen. Okay. That's what I said. All right. Ready? Okay. Are we good? Are we good? Okay.
Okay. Introducing the one, the only, the man who spells Corona with a K, Pastor Keith.
Stop it. Stop it. Calm down. Seriously. More. Come on. More. No, stop it. Stop it right now. More. Yes. No, come on. When I say come on, that means more. Okay. All right. Who's ready for Impact tonight? All right. We're going to play a little game that I like to call Pictionary. No. Pictionary. It's your favorite game? Well, then we won't play it then. Okay, ready? All right, so I need a volunteer. Come on, Jalen. Come. I've said it right the whole time. I don't know what's your problem. All right, ready? Hold on. I got to go downstairs and get the forms or the little things to write with. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm going to come back the elevator. Okay. All right, ready? Come here. Who can guess what she's going to do? Come here. I'm going to whisper to you. Turn this way. We're going to social distance it. Ready? Okay, ready? The word is horse. Okay, ready? No, I got to give it to you. Okay, ready? Come here. Okay, ready? Okay. Hold on. We gotta do a timer here. Okay, ready? Whoever gets it gets to be the next person. Okay? I'm gonna give you a hint. It's an animal, and this animal is found in the world. But it's not found in Alaska, although I have seen some comparisons. Ready? Who said Squidward? How did you know? All right. Okay, ready? Okay. Are you ready? Okay. You got to keep your mask on. All right? I don't have to wear a mask because I'm a speaker, so I'm special. Sophia, am I special? Who's special? Your dad? Oh, you hear that, Will? You're special. Okay. Ready? Here we go. Okay, ready? On your mark. Get set. We were pretending the film was frozen. Ready? 1, 2. All right, go. Close. No. Who said alligator? Oh, come on, Zeke. Good job. Come on, Zeke. Come on, Zeke. Okay, who wants to? Jordan. He nominates Jordan. Come on, Jordan. Hey, listen, we need some theme music when Jordan comes up. You ever know how she comes up? She's like doing it like this, like I'm the boss. Look at my muscles. Come on. Dun 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 ba ba da 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 da. That was nice. I like that. That was cool. Thank you. Come here, Carl. Come on. Thank you. Let's do that again. Ready? Go back and let's do that again. That was cool. Ready? I feel like we could start a band. Yeah. Okay, ready? Right. What's that? I know, right? All right. We can come up with one for you, Mary, okay? Like on Sunday morning when you do the right slide, we'll do. Okay, ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Come on, act like you're fighting. Da da. Dun 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 dun. I don't remember the rest. All right. Oh, social distancing. Okay. All right. Ready? Okay. Listen. Okay. Ready? Let me give you the word. Come here. All right. The word is Come here. Come around here. Okay, ready? Okay, can you guys see her? Okay. Nobody can, sweetheart. Nobody can. There's like a thick mass up there, okay? All right, ready? Okay, on your mark. Freeze frame. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Go. Lion King. Lion King. Ladder. I'm not supposed to be guessing. Oh, that's it. That's it. Come on, Jubu. Jubu. Come on, Julie Bully. Okay. All right. I need 5 people to come up here with me right now. We're going to play a game of freeze frame, and then we'll do yours. Come here. Come up here. Come on. Okay. This is a game called freeze frame. They got a song of me rapping. How did you guys get that song? Ready? Okay, ready? Move around a lot. Move around, move around, move around, move around. Freeze frame. Who's moving? I am? Julie's moving. Okay, go sit down. Go sit down. I won. Go sit down. Okay, ready? Here's your word. Ready? Ready? I can get close to her because she's my daughter. Okay, ready? Did you hear me? Did you hear it? Come here, Julie. No. Come here. Come here. Come here. I'm going to give you a different word. Thank you, Sarah. Okay. Thank you, Sarah. I totally had to change that word. Totally had to change it. Totally had to change it. All right. Ready? 1, 2. Your mama. Go. Circle of life. Who got it? Mary, did you get it? Come on. Come on. That looks like the guy from Pac-Man, don't it? Come on, Mary. Don't you call Mary a monkey with beautiful hair? That's not right. Oh, you meant, oh, my bad. Okay. Okay. Okay, so Mary, come here. Let me give you the word. All right. You guys, Sierra, don't be giving it away. All right, here we go. I know. Okay, ready? Ready? I don't think you guys are going to get this. Whoever gets this, Mike Tagaman will give you $1,000. Okay? He talked to me last night. Yeah. Okay, ready? On your mark. Get set. Okay. Go. Come on, close. No, not quite. What did you say? Nope. The word was China. Come on. Okay, the word is China. Good job. Good job. Okay, let's do one more. All right, come here. But this time, instead of drawing it, we're going to act it out. Okay, ready? Ready? Come here. Come here. Let's go over here. Come here. Okay, ready? Ready? Set. See who can guess this. Set. Movies in slow motion. No! All right, go. No words. She's praying. She's in the bathroom. You smell it too? That's it. Movie. Good job. Good job. The word was movie. Okay, Allison, Sophia, Leah, come here. We're going to play freeze frame. Come on, freeze frame. We're going to play freeze frame. Listen, the way the freeze frame works, you got to be 6 feet away from each other. Imagine Miss Jenny in between you times 2. Okay, come over here a little bit. Like, lengthwise, not otherwise. Don't get mad. That's not true. She's like 3 foot tall. Okay, ready? This is called freeze frame, and what you have to do is, when I tell you, you're going to run fast, and then you're going to pretend you're in slow motion like this. Oh, and then I'm going to say stop, and you have to stop wherever you are. Okay, you got it? Okay, come over down this way a little bit. Come down this way. Come here, Sophia. You're in the middle. Ready? All right, we're going to judge them who's the best, okay? Am I taking up the whole camera? I'm not sure. Okay, yes, I am. All right, ready? Okay, on your mark. Get set. Go. You're just running as fast as you can. I'm doing something. Okay, Allison, right now you're failing, okay? All right, okay. Slow motion. Oh, that's good, Sophia. That's good. That's awesome. That's awesome. Pretend like you're reaching for something. Pretend like you're reaching for something. And you fall. You fall slowly. You fall. Oh, look at Sophia. She's like, oh, man, look at it. Okay, now, you're freeze. Stop. Allison looks like a dead cat or something. She's like a dead possum, up in there. All right. Man, Sophia looks pretty good. Jordan, you keep moving around. You know what? It's a game. You have to power through. Okay, slow motion. Get up. Slow motion. Get up. Slow motion. Layla, you want to play? No. Okay. All right. Okay, now run in place. Run in place. Do an action scene. Pretend like you're fighting. No, that's too fast. Now slow motion fighting. Come on, slow motion fighting. Oh. All right. Okay. Now, you're for real fighting. Go fast. Come on, fast. Fighting, fast, fighting. You're fighting against the person who's trying to take your milk money. That would have been Austin slow motion, wouldn't it? Okay, slow motion. Wait, let me see your shoe. Slow motion. Let me see it. Ooh. Slow motion. All right. Okay, ready? Freeze. Okay, you guys can go sit down. Good job. Who won? So fair. All right. You guys ready to get started? Okay, let's make the transition. Want all you guys to stand up for me? Go slow motion towards the instruments. Everybody stand up.
Okay. Hey guys, so this song we're singing tonight is called God is on the Move. We've done it before. But as we sing this song, it's kind of an upbeat song, so let's really get into it because when God is on the move, that's when the best things happen in our lives, right? So during this time of sickness and pandemic and isolation, this is a time where we are at church and we need to be excited about what God's doing in our lives, even though it's hard to understand what He's doing, but this is our time to worship Him even through the hard times.
Anytime our heart turns from darkness to light, anytime temptation comes and someone stands to fight, anytime somebody lives to serve and not be served, I know, God is on the move, hallelujah. God is on the move in many mighty ways. God is on the move, hallelujah. God is on the move today. Anytime in weakness someone falls upon their knees, or dares to speak the truth that sets men free. Anytime the choice is made to stand up on the word, I know. God is on the move, hallelujah. God is on the move in many mighty ways. God is on the move, hallelujah. God is on the move today.
So we're transitioning into a new song, and it's called Faithful Now. But what this song is about is how God moves in our life, and even though when it's hard to believe in Him, He's always faithful to us. Yep, I knew that. I'm holding on to faith. I know you're where. You always understand. I don't always get to see, but I will believe it. I will believe it. You make mountains move. You make giants fall. You use songs of praise to shake prison walls. And I will speak my fear. I will preach to my doubt. You were faithful then. You were faithful now.
mountains move. You make giants fall. You use songs of praise to shake prison walls. I will speak to my fear. I will preach to my doubts. You are faithful then. You'll be faithful now.
You are faithful.
Faithful then. You'll be faithful now.
You'll be
Faithful then. You'll be faithful now.
You make
Mountains move. You make giants fall. You use songs of praise to shake prison walls. And I will speak to my fear. I will preach to my doubt. You were faithful then. You'll be faithful now. Know that I know you'll never fail. I know that I know you never will. I know that I know you never will. Yes, I know that I know you never will.
'cause you make
Mountains move, you make giants fall. You use songs of praise to shake prison walls. And I will speak to my fear. And I will preach to my doubt. You were faithful then. You'll be faithful now.
Great job, guys. You may be seated. Good song. Good song. Proud of our guys for learning that song that quickly. You know, I think it's pretty cool that we have a band because not a lot of churches are able to have a band in their youth group. So don't they do a good job? Yeah, they do a really good job. That was not a really good clap. Let's try that one more time. Didn't they do a good job? Yeah. I personally think the piano player was incredible, but that's just me. I think he's amazing. Thank you, Carl. Thank you very much. Man, who's happy to be here tonight? I'm so glad to see you. Man, you guys are awesome. I'm so happy, so happy to see you. I need everyone to put their mask on for me. Make sure you have those on. I know it's uncomfortable. I know it's frustrating, but the Bible teaches us to pay attention and to follow the laws of the land unless the law contradicts God's word. And right now it's not doing that. So it's awesome to see you guys. Hey, Brittany, good to see you. I didn't recognize you with your mask on, hardly. Neva, it's good to see you. Mariah, it's good to see you. It's good to see all of you. Jalen, it's good to see you. Even though you've been saying my name wrong the whole time tonight, I still love you. Amen. All right, I want to ask you guys a quick question. All right, I just want you to raise your hand. By you raising your hand, I'm going to know whether or not you actually showered today. Okay, I'll figure it out. Okay, just like if you raise your hand, whoop, there it is. Okay, ready? All right. Zeke, you did not shower today, son. I can smell it from up here. No. When's the last time you showered? Saturday? Last week? 3 weeks ago? Yeah. All right. What? This morning? Might need to do it again. All right, listen. Who loves to wait? Anybody? Can you smell me? I took a shower last week. Smell my victory. Who loves to wait? Who loves to wait? You love to wait? You're a liar. I just called pastor's wife a liar. All right, who loves to wait? I hate to wait. We were at Disney World at Christmas time, and all we did was wait in lines. And you know, the thing about it, when you wait in line, sweetheart, turn around. Turn around. I want to see your pretty eyes, okay? I can't see. There you go. When we're at Disney World, we're sitting there at Disneyland. You went to Disney World, didn't you, Sophia? Did you guys have to wait in lines there? Oh, you guys got the Fast Pass thing? Oh, we didn't do that. Because by the time we got there, all the Fast Passes were gone, right? So we had to wait in line, and we got to know each other real well. We would make up, like, games, like, how weird are the people in front of us? And we would make up stories about them because, that's just what we did. And they made up stories about it. We got to know people in front of us. Kind of find out there was some people from California. There was some people from Brazil there. And I was able to speak Spanish to them. It was great. I don't know Spanish. I was just making up words. I was like, I was like, pinto. And they knew what that meant. So we were good, and I said, I know a little Spanish. He's about this tall. Little Spanish. Yeah, you a little Spanish. Oh, I got a good joke for you. What is the holiest chord? Jesus. Thank you, Carl. That's good. I got another joke for you. How did it go, Jalen? Why do people tell actors to break a leg? Because every play I don't get it. See, I don't get it. Every play has a cast. No, that's good. But I hate to wait, right? I hate to wait. So we're in line, and we were in this one line for what was it called? Pandora. And it was like, anybody ever seen the movie Avatar? They're coming out with another one pretty soon, right? And I love Avatar, except for it gets a little preachy for me, right? I don't like to be preached at. I'm a preacher that doesn't like to be preached at. Weird, right? And so I love this movie. And in this ride, you get to actually pretend like you're riding one of those dragon thingies, right? It's really cool. And so we had to wait in this line. And the line, we looked up on the little board, and it said wait time 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours. And I'm like, that can't be real. Right? And we just, like the previous day, we went to Star Wars, and we waited in line with the Millennium Falcon, and that was cool because I got to punch us into hyperspace, like where the things go really fast past you. I got to punch it. So that was really cool. I enjoyed that. And because Han Solo is one of my favorite characters, and so that was fun. But it was like 2.5 hours. This was 3.5 hours long. And so we're waiting. We get in line. We're waiting. It starts to rain. You ever just stood there in the rain? This is Florida rain. So when it rains, your whole body is wet right off the bat. So I went and spent like $80 on what do they call them, ponchos that were about that thin and didn't work. We got wet anyway. And so we're waiting in line, and then about halfway through, you could go to the bathroom. And so we decided, okay, well, we got to go because it's going to be another 3.5 hours before we get through. We get halfway through, we go to the bathroom. We had to get out of line to go to the bathroom, and then we could get back in line. So that delayed us for another 30 minutes because people were, like, in there for like 10 hours. And it just took a long time, and I hated waiting, and it was wait. We almost thought we were close. We were like, they were beginning to show things about the movie and really cool stuff, and I thought we must be close, and I looked at someone, and I said, are we close? And they said, no. There's a long way to go. You're not even there yet. You know what I said? I said, I hate you. Not out loud, I just, in my heart, right? And I looked at Jenny and I said, and I became like a little child there. I kind of stomped my feet and I said, it's not worth it, it's not worth it. And she grabbed me by the ear. She said, shut up. she says, you need to calm down. Look at the kids, you're upsetting them. And really they were just laughing at me. Because they wanted to ride this ride, right? But I was like, man, I'm tired, my feet are tired, I'm ready to give up. And everybody just said, just hang on, we're almost there. And eventually we started to get into the little biology lab. If anybody's ever been on this ride, get a little biology lab. We're walking around it, and we're looking at stuff. We're going, oh, that's cool. We took pictures. This is us waiting in line for 10 years. We aged. So we go through the line, and we finally get there, and we finally get to the end. I'm like, we're at the end, man. This is going to be awesome. And we get there, and we had to wait again. You know what made me mad? We were like a family of 4, right? Because, Jenny wouldn't leave me and the kids. And we were a family of 4, and they said, they come out and said, we need 3 people, and I was going to go, and Jenny wouldn't let me, right? She goes, you're not leaving us. It's like, we get to the same place. What's the matter? Right? But it did, apparently. And so we were a family of 4. We had to stick together. And Hunter tried to leave him. Jenny pulled him back. And Julie's like, she started crying, we just want to get on the ride. And we were all frustrated, right? And then they come out and they said, there's one available, one person, and one person can go ahead of everybody. And I went to move, and I got a thump on the back of the head, so I knew I needed to stay. Right? But I was tired of waiting. You ever been really that tired of waiting? My feet were hurting. I was grumpy. I was hungry. I wanted to go spend $80 on a cheeseburger. Man, I was mad. I was frustrated. I wanted to go. So we get up to the end of the line, and we finally get in there, and they get us into our seats. And these seats were kind of uncomfortable because they had these like bicycle seats, and you had to sit on it, and it's just uncomfortable sitting on. I'm not going to explain to you why. You just have to know why, right? So I'm sitting on it, and I'm uncomfortable, and you have to be in this arch-over position, and they want you to wear goggles. And they said, are you comfortable? No. Don't move. Wait again. Are you serious? I have to wait more? What is wrong with you? Do you hate people? I was getting frustrated, right? I was like mumbling in my breath. I'm going to write a letter to Walt Disney. This is ridiculous. So finally, the screen came up. And all of a sudden, you saw the Pandora world. And it showed that we were on this dragon, and we went over a cliff. And it felt, you ever been in one of those rides where it feels like you're really on it? And we really felt like we were on it. We were riding over the cliff, and all of a sudden I heard somebody go, ah! And I looked over, and it was just Miss Jenny just screaming her head off. I was like, you're embarrassing me. You need to be quiet. And then Julie was over there going, ah! And Hunter was like this, ah! I didn't make a noise. Now, I was screaming. It was a fun ride. And then the ride sprayed water in our face because we started going over water, right? And I hope it was water. It's not somebody behind the screen going, I hope that didn't happen. But it was a fun ride. And at the end of the ride, we were talking about how awesome the ride was. We were like, man, that was like the awesome ride, man. It was so cool. I mean, did you see when we went down? Yes, I saw it. I was right there. But did you do the thing with the thing? It was so cool. And we rode over things, and we were like high-fiving each other, and we were looking at the losers waiting in line. Losers! We did. Are we close? Not even close. But we had fun, right? Because at that moment, we didn't remember the wait. You know what we remembered? We remembered the joy and the fun of what we just went through. And there's times that the wait was worth it. It was worth it because we didn't know it at the time because we had never ridden that ride. We never understood that, but the worth was weighted. Let me say that again. The worth was weighted. The wait, that's what I said. That's what I heard. You guys need to clean your ears out. Teenagers, you got things in your ears all the time. Listen to this verse, Psalms chapter 31. Either somebody needs to increase the font of my writing on my pad, or I need to wear glasses. Psalms 31:24. Listen to this. It says, be of good courage. Can anybody tell me what courage is? What is courage? What? Courage the cowardly dog? Close. Close. What is courage? Hope? Okay. What else? What is courage? Patience? What else? What? Bravery. Motivation. This is courage. A wife looks at her husband during quarantine and says, have I gained weight during quarantine? And the man says, you were never that skinny. That's bravery. That's bravery. Don't ever say that, man. Right? Don't ever say that. Time of death for April 30th, 2020. Bravery is doing something that other people wouldn't do. They would run away. They would turn around. They wouldn't do it because they were scared. The rest of the verse says, and he shall strengthen your heart, all you who hope in the Lord. Here's my question to you tonight. Does life feel out of control to you? Does life feel kind of weird to you right now? How many are sleeping into 11 o'clock every day? You have to wake up at 10? How many are staying up till like midnight and it just feels weird to you? Right? How many are staying up past midnight? How many are staying up like to 3 and 4 in the morning? I am telling every one of your parents. 5? Your mom already knows it. It feels weird right now, right? Like, yesterday, I'm going to tell what happened to Julie. Julie was going to the store. She was going to Joann Fabrics with Jenny, and this lady came out. Julie wasn't wearing a mask, and she was going in. This lady come out and said, from a store, you can't come in here, and your little dog, too. No, she didn't say that. She was mean to her. She was yelling at her. And, of course, the one thing you don't do to my daughter is to get onto her in public and publicly embarrass her. Because my daughter's like, oh, no, you didn't. I will take you. Jenny had to hold her back. She had to hold her back, and Jenny's like, say it again, say it again. I will take you down. She says, you're supposed to be wearing a mask. That's the way she sounded. You're supposed to be wearing a mask. And I'm like, man, 6 months ago, if you'd have told me that I had to wear a mask to go get some groceries, I've been like, you're crazy. I walked in Safeway today, and I had the mask in my back pocket, and I kind of forgot about it. I'm walking around the store just like an old guy, and everybody's looking at me. How could you? You're killing people right now. And, of course, that just made me want to put on my mask all the time, right? Like, because that's just me, right? And so Julie said, you got to go outside in the car where you may be kidnapped, but that's okay because you won't kill anybody. People have gotten crazy, right? They look at you if you don't have your mask on. They look at you if you sneeze. You ever sneezed in public here recently? I saw this video. It was so funny. Somebody sneezed and somebody took out a gun and shot him and then went back. Isn't that spraying Lysol everywhere, right? I mean, it's just crazy. It feels weird right now. There's never been a time like this that any of you or I can remember. The only people that can remember this was back in 1920, and none of us were around back then. Maybe Miss Mary was back then, but nobody else in here was right. Yeah, I know. That was mean. I'm sorry, Miss Mary. You were only 20 at the time. And so none of us remember that, right? We don't, and it just feels weird. Like everywhere you go, somebody come up to me and they were like, hi, Pastor Green, how are you? And I didn't even recognize them because they had their mask on. And I'm like, good. You? They're like, I just appreciate you. And I'm like, appreciate you? I went to shake their hand. They ran away. I'm like, what's wrong? No, I didn't do that. It's just crazy time, right? And I know we're all like, man, I can't wait till this is over. And I saw this thing on Facebook where this lady gets on there and says, she's talking about, how can you not follow the rules? And she's being funny. She says, you can't go outside unless you can go outside. I mean, she's just making fun of the way things are done. I'll show it to you later. But it's crazy, and it feels confusing, right? You're like, man, I just want to go to a restaurant besides McDonald's, right? I want to go to, if somebody told me, and I don't really, forgive me, but I'm not a big fan of Valley Restaurant, but if they told me Valley Restaurant was open and I could go there, I'd be down there in a heartbeat because I just want somebody to serve me tea, right? I mean, I just miss restaurants. I miss going to the store Although I can go to the store now, but still I just miss driving around and shaking people's, what's that? Movie, that's right, movie theater, right? You miss the popcorn, and we miss the swimming. I don't miss the swimming pool. That's crazy, man. That's exercise. I don't do that. What's wrong with you? I don't do exercise. No, wait. Here's Zeke. I miss the gym. What do you miss, Sophia? Yeah, right? And like we're waiting on it, right? And since you guys are teenagers, the wait seems longer, right? Like it seems like it's forever. Like I told my kids, I said, hey, you guys are going to be done with school probably in a couple weeks. They're probably going to end classes early around the 14th. 2 weeks. Oh. 2 weeks. That's like 14 days. You guys smell something? Put my shoes back. No, I need to put my shoes back on. Good gravy. 14 days, man. You guys, school's over for you guys, right? Man, our graduates are going to be graduating, and so, this is going to be weird, right? This is going to be Carl walking across the stage with his mask on like this, taking his diploma, if they even let you go across the stage. They may not even let you, right? And a hazmat suit, there's a bunch of grandmas that would love that. My grandma, my baby better not be in no hazmat suit. I'm going to tell you right now. 400 years. Listen. 400 years. That's how long the Israelites waited for God to deliver them for slavery. We've only been in this a couple months, but they had to wait 400 years. And then God delivered them. Remember the 10 plagues? Who can name a plague for me? Not this plague. I'm talking about the plagues against the Egyptians. Who can name a plague? What, Sierra? Frogs. Who can name another plague? Anybody but Sierra. Jordan. Zeke. Death of a firstborn son. Nice. You guys know your plagues, right? Those are pretty awful things, right? And they were finally delivered out of slavery. Sorry, somebody sent me a text message. I think I just sold my house. I just saw that, so we'll get to that later. So the plagues came in, and then God delivered them, but he didn't take them straight to the promised land. You know where he took them? He took them to Mount Sinai. And they camped out at the base of this mountain while God instructed Moses. And the Bible says that during this time, God's glory rested on that mountain. Exodus chapter 24, verses 16 through 17. You guys hear a dog? Yeah, I don't hear a dog. Yeah. Maybe there's a tree out there and he's barking up it. Thank you. You know what the tree said to the beaver? Leave me alone. All right. Ezekiel 24, verses 16 through 17. Now the glory of the Lord rested on Mount Sinai, and the cloud covered it 6 days. And on the 7th day he called to Moses out of the midst of the cloud. Verse 17, the sight of the glory of the Lord was like a consuming fire on the top of the mountain in the eyes of the children of Israel. So here God had them at the camp, and he was going to speak to them. He was going to give them, as you know, the commandments. What are some of the commandments? What? Honor your what? That's an important one. Listen to that one. Yes, Carl. Thou shalt not steal. How about thou? I want everybody to turn around, look at me, please. Sit up. We're not going to be much longer. He says, thou shalt not lie. He says, thou shalt not commit adultery. He gave all these commandments, right? But he was up there a long time. He was up there like 40 days. How long is 40 days? A month and 2 weeks, right? Almost, right? A month and 10 days. But you know what happened after 40 days? The people at the bottom of the mountain, they got frustrated. They got frustrated. How many are frustrated right now? Just with being in this. You're frustrated? You're bored? You're tired of looking at your mom and dad or grandparents? Come on, be honest. They can't see you. They can't see you right. I'll tell them later what you said. You're an only child? Are you tired of looking at her? That one annoys you a lot? Listen, they got frustrated. So you know what they did? They rejected God. If you've ever felt frustrated by a time of uncertainty that lasts longer than you think it's supposed to, please listen to me. You're not alone. Waiting can lead to disappointment. It can lead to frustration. And in those moments, listen to me when I say this, we become so frustrated and so focused on the circumstances rather than on what God is doing. We begin to think, if God is in control, then where is he? If God's in control, what's happening? Has anybody had those thoughts about God? Like, God, where are you in this? Why is this happening to me? There's 3 things that I want you to remember, and I'll be quick. First of all, waiting reveals what you worship. Remember that right now. Waiting reveals what you worship. Ezekiel chapter 32, verse 1. Listen what happens. Now, when the people saw that Moses delayed, say that word with me. Delayed. Delayed. You got to say it with a southern voice. Delayed. Delayed. Good. Now say it with a northern voice. Delayed. Okay, sorry. All right. 32:1. Now when the people saw that Moses delayed coming down from the mountain, the people gathered together to Aaron. They said to him, come make us gods that shall go before us. As for this Moses, the man who brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we do not know what has become of him. You know what they were doing? They built a god because they were going for something called instant gratification. You know what instant gratification is? It means you don't have to wait on feeling pleasure. You don't have to wait on feeling good about yourself. It comes at that moment. That's why Facebook and Instagram are so popular, because the moment you post something and somebody likes it, it seems like it's an affirmation of you, but it may not necessarily be an affirmation of you. It just means that they just liked it, right? And that's what social media has caused us, has fed into that instant gratification for us, because that's what they call it, Instagram. It's not just a fast way to call your grandparents, okay? It's instant gratification. And when you go through these times of trial and waiting, it pulls out what you really worship. Are you worshiping the instant of the moment, or are you worshiping God? The waiting that you're going through is never wasted. God isn't withholding his promise from them or from you. He was actually preparing them for it. That's number 2. The waiting is never wasted. Deuteronomy chapter 11, verses 31 through 32 says, for you will cross over the Jordan and go in to possess the land which the Lord your God has given you, and you will possess it and dwell in it. And you shall be careful to observe all the statutes and judgments which I set before you today. See, during this time that God is talking to Moses, he was beginning to detail him about how they should worship, because they had never worshiped before. Remember, they were slaves, and being a slave was all that they knew. They didn't understand about God. And so God was beginning to lay out the rules. Here's what I want you to do. Here's how I want you to do it. But they were impatient. They were impatient. They weren't willing to receive what God had for them. Because when they were going to go in and possess the land, God had a promise for them, but there was a way to possess that land, and they weren't ready. God had to prepare them for it, just like God has to prepare you for the promise that he has for you. Let me give you an example. How many in this room think they could deal with a baby right now if they had a baby with them and it was their baby? I remember when my kids were born, I was 30 when they were born. I was 31 when Hunter was born. I was 32 when Julie was born. You know what they did when they were babies? Nothing. They were perfect angels. And they would look at me and say, Father, how can I serve you today? Father, I love you more every day. Father, I just want to be your child and just honor you. Did they do that as babies? No. They cried when they were hungry. They cried when they were tired. They cried when they had to go to the bathroom. They cried when they were awake. All they did was cry. I looked at Jenny. I said, why are they crying? And she would know. Well, it's obviously this. Can't you see it? So one time they cried like that, and I started giving them food. And she goes, what are you doing? I'm giving them food. They're hungry. They're crying. No, they have gas. Well, let it go. No, you have to pat them on the back. Okay. Boom, boom. Not like that, you moron. See, I didn't know how to take care of babies. See, I know you know how to take care of babies, but imagine having a baby like that. What would that do to your life right now? It'd mess you up, wouldn't it? Could you finish school? Could you go on to your dreams? Could you really do what you want to do? But yet God has given us that promise to have children one day, but to have it now, we're not ready for it. It's hard for adults to have kids and be ready for it. Sometimes we don't even know how to handle it. I needed Jenny to show me how to change a diaper. I learned that if you don't cover a boy the right way, you're going to get peed on. I learned that if you don't cover a girl the right way, you're going to get peed on. I learned that you don't shake a baby and hold him over your face because you'll get throw up in your mouth. I learned you don't stick your hand down the back of a diaper unless you know that you know that you know, because you'll pull out a surprise. You just will, right? I'm not going to tell you which kid had a problem, but their name starts, never mind. See, we're not ready for those things, right? And so I want you to understand there's a time of preparation that goes on in your life because God is preparing you for that moment to give you his promise. And that even applies now. Whether you realize it or not, God is doing something in your life. And the last point, God helps us because waiting helps us to focus on his faithfulness. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 13, it says, if we are faithless, he remains faithful. He cannot deny himself. God patiently protects us and provides for us. But he also keeps us. I believe with all my heart that God is working in each of you. He's calling you closer to himself, and he's calling out your name, and he's saying, come closer to me. We're going to get through this, and we'll talk about it for years to come. I'll go, like when I'm much older, like, 50, and Brittany's in her mid-20s, and I'll go, hey, Brittany, remember, because you got like 5 kids by now. I'm just kidding. So I'll say, hey, Brittany, you remember when we went through that coronavirus? And she'll say, shut up, Pastor. No. We'll laugh about it, won't we? Remember when you came in the church and you wore a white mask and I didn't even know who you were? I'll say, Sierra, remember when we went through that coronavirus? You blocked that out of your mind. That's a painful memory, Pastor. Carl, remember when we went through that together? You know what I love about you guys? Everybody look at me, please. Here's what I love about you, is we're doing this together. We're doing this together. I need one of you to move down, please. Thank you. Keep going. Thank you. We're doing this together, right? One thing a lot of people do is they begin to isolate themselves during times like this. Don't isolate yourself. We're in it together. When everybody stand, we're going to go ahead and pray, and then we're going to end it up there. So let Hunter know so he can end it for me. I want you guys to know I appreciate you coming tonight. We had a great crowd tonight. I appreciate you wearing a mask. If we gave you a mask, I need you to give it back to us so that we can wash it, okay? But I want you to know that this waiting is not going to go on forever. It's not. Father in heaven, I come to you right now, Lord, in your Son's name. And I ask you, Jesus, to touch these young people, Lord. Let them know, Jesus, that you are with them and that you love them and that you're going to get them through this, God. And they're not going to have to wait forever. Let it be done in the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen. All right. I love you guys very much. Now here's what, everybody look at me. We're going to end it right here. I need you to leave as quickly as you can. Not because I don't love you, but we have to clean everything after you go, okay? All right. God bless you guys. Bye.